in the West, the media always tells citizens not to go to China. That is an unsafe place. Moreover, people's living environment is also very poor. Technology is still very backward. Some people slander China while others praise it. The British couple chose to see for themselves. Personal experience of traveling to China reestablished the perspective on this country. Take a look at the polarized remarks online. Which side is the closest to the truth, after all? For the convenience of memory, we use Jenny and Ben to refer to them. Before arriving in China, they were still worried about the visa issue, although they were granted a 144-hour visa-free stay, but still afraid of being deported back. Then they came back here again after 10 hours. Jenny said that she recently got from a friend. I heard a lot of news about China. Boarding the plane is coming soon. It's really exciting and worrying. Is what the media said true? It will still be like what my friend said. Fall in love with this country. They have successfully landed in China. It's really exciting. China has not been very open for many years, so this will be a brand new experience. The entry formalities were completed very quickly. Reading glasses are also provided at the place for filling in the information. It's so considerate. Ben also had a try. The one that takes the longest time turns out to be. They walked the way of submission. This went much more smoothly than they had expected. It's still a bit early. It's only 2 o'clock in the morning. The entire city seemed to have hit the mute button. They plan to purchase SIM cards first, because functions such as Google Maps are lost now. But all the shops were closed. Fortunately, a kind girl helped them. I called a hitchhiking car to give them a ride. It only cost $5. This level of affordability shocked Jenny. You should know that the starting price there is $20. The rest of a journey is not along the way. There is no internet now, and even payment is not possible. They can only reach the hotel on foot, a little worried about what problems might happen on the way. This is really heart-wrenching. But it seems that this place is not the same as before. They slept once on the streets of Guatemala. That's very dangerous. All it gives them is unease. It feels really safe here. The street is very quiet. This sense of peace enveloped them. Jenny and Ben have arrived at the hotel. I thought I wouldn't be able to find this, but as soon as I came over, I saw this hotel.
Room, this is pretty much all we could afford, like a box room, bathroom, bed,
really happy with it, to be honest.
TV and kettle.
This made them very satisfied. Western media always say a lot of very dangerous news about China. So Jenny and Ben were planning to go to some areas in China to see how the local residents would treat them. But the first impression China gives them is security and everything feels good. To ensure authenticity, they're going to conduct more tests. Better present the image of China to friends at home. Jenny and Ben are now in Beijing, the capital of China. They have been exploring here for 4 days. Today, they will take the subway to visit the antique market. Although it's not my first time taking the subway. But this subway station is only a 5-minute walk from where I live. It still amazed them that it was really convenient. They didn't truly realize it until they passed through security checks many times. The sense of security that China gives people is unmatched by other places. There are no terrorists here, and the crime rate is extremely low. The crime rate against tourists is even 0, unlike Paris or London. Although I had already lamented it before. But the fast payment here still amazed them greatly. They can shop to their heart's content here without worrying about the cash problem. There is no need to spend extra time exchanging cash and carry it with you. Just set up the AI payment, and this setting is also very simple. They like the atmosphere here. Everyone is busy with their own affairs. Don't pay too much attention to what others are doing. You should know how to shoot vlogs in the UK or Europe. They will gossip about you as if they were watching monkeys in a circus. People here are always willing to help others.
But everyone's really, really helpful.
In this country, you can always see surveillance by accident. Yes, you're always being watched, but this is a good thing. No one can escape after committing a crime. The small supermarkets here have a great many kinds for you to choose from.
Ice drinks, already made up ice cream. Look at these ready meals. Sushi, sandwiches. iced tea, so many different ones.
When it's not very convenient for you to take the subway, shared bikes that can be seen everywhere on the street are an excellent choice. Convenient and very cheap at the same time. There are cement roads everywhere here, so there is no need to change the tires of the car. And there is a separate driveway. This design is really admirable. Of course, there is also danger here, and that is the very quiet electric bikes. You can't hear the sound of them approaching at all.
Nearly crashed. Didn't realise how good the brakes were.
Jenny and Ben are talking about security issues in China in the coffee shop. People put their notebooks and mobile phones aside to chat. Such a daily routine cannot be seen elsewhere, because if you do so, they will disappear in less than a minute.
It's really lovely as well and so helpful. Language.
There are always people saying that Jenny and Ben were invited to promote China. In fact, no one paid for them to come here. The video shows all the real reactions of the first time traveling in China. They reveal the truth here that is different from what the media promotes. So were you shocked by this? The greatest feeling given to them here is safety and relaxation. I walked at night for nearly 2 hours before. They didn't see anyone. There are no drug addicts, drunk people, or homeless people lying on the street. Not worrying about their own safety is their first impression. Before coming here, they still had a stereotype. Is that prices in China are expensive. But the fact is far from that. Here, quality is not replaced by price. When you encounter problems and need help, the people here will always help you patiently, despite the huge language barrier. But they will always try to help you in their own way, either gesture communication or translation software. Unlike some places where you are directly driven away without any patience at all. Jenny and Ben don't have too many stereotypes about China.
Personally, we didn't have too many because we don't 100% believe the media.
If someone pays you to make a video, according to the legal requirements, advertisements must be included in the video. But obviously, these are not in their videos. If you want to travel to China, warm reminder, get your Alipay or WeChat account and SIM card ready. Jenny's greatest advice is when traveling in China, be sure to try the food on the street. Super delicious. It will definitely refresh your taste buds. It's just a pity that after returning to the UK, that I couldn't taste such a rich flavor again. The travel experience in China is wonderful. They are going to see pandas again next time. Experience the unfinished projects before. Jenny and Ben arrived in Shenzhen, the city of technology. What things here might shock them again? Come and experience it together with them. Jenny and Ben are going from Zhuhai to Shenzhen.
So we're just on the ferry now. It should take about an hour. It costs, I think, 240, I think, for both of us. Cheaper than train.
And there's a lot of legroom. It will make people feel restrained. This ferry port gives Ben the impression of being huge. It looks just like an airport. Many of the airports he has seen are not as good as here.
And this literally blows it off the planet. This is like amazing.
There are many signs for the subway and buses. This is the best guide for those who have just arrived here.
So you won't get lost heading to it. It's all signpost, 150 metres.
The subway station looks very clean. It's just like it has just opened. It's very convenient to enter the subway. You just need to use facial recognition to get in. As long as you have the appropriate QR code on your mobile phone, then you can easily take the subway or the bus without having to buy tickets. As long as you set it up properly, it will be very convenient in China. The huge station, the extremely long escalators, everything looks like a spaceship. This Shenzhen North Railway Station looks so futuristic. The plants along the street are colorful. Just looking at it makes one feel relaxed and happy. Because I brought some things. So they booked the second cheapest room. Most of the hotels here use memory foam mattresses. It's extremely comfortable to lie on it. India was directly flung out of the Pacific Ocean.
Good quilts, 2 fluffy pillows, AC, TV. It's kind of like a wet room. Hairdryer, toothbrushes. Well, actually, probably not the wet room, but toilet and everything you need.
Despite the communication barriers with the people here, but the influence on them is not that great. Gestures are also a good way of communication. The city takes on a new look at night. Mobile shops are everywhere on the pedestrian street. From a distance, it looks very dense and crowded with people. Prosperous, but not chaotic. The stalls here look very nice. There's a QR code for you to view the menu. It can also be translated on WeChat. When you came to China, WeChat was an indispensable tool. No matter how much it is emphasized, it cannot be overemphasized. For people who need to maintain a healthy diet, it's not without danger in China either, especially at night in China. The snack street filled with alluring scents is a nightmare for fitness enthusiasts. When you come to Nanning, Guangxi, you must try the local famous Nanning pickled vegetables. It is said that you can taste it at the street vendors. Jenny and Ben must go and have a look. Have a good taste of this special delicacy. They pick quite a few kinds. The main attraction is to enjoy more delicious food with a limited stomach. The amount in hand is quite large, but it only costs 19 yuan.
To 19 yuan. I don't think you can buy 2 bits of fruit at home for that price.
The taste is rich and unique, full of layers. Sour, sweet, and spicy flavors interweave and collide on the tip of the tongue. Every bite is filled with excitement and satisfaction, and the more you eat, the more addicted you become. It wasn't long before they showed off all that. It's really unforgettable and makes one want to buy some more. However, they still had to keep their stomachs open to explore the food street at night, so they had to give up the desire to buy again. There are no other activities this time. It's just about strolling, eating, strolling and eating. Suddenly, they found themselves acting as vegetarians. But these are really delicious. They're going to have some meat in the evening. Integrate these vegetarian options. Jenny and Ben saw the Tyrant Tea Princess again. I saw them in various places before. I have to go in and have a try this time. Perhaps it is very expensive and popular, but there seems to be a minor problem with the network. They had to try to be direct, but there was a language barrier. Fortunately, a kind-hearted young man came to act as a translator.
Help here. We're getting loads of help here.
He isn't even a staff member of this store.
That's more. Where it's probably not a touristy, I was quite shocked that we would find anyone speaking English.
It's quite a young crowd though, isn't it?
Yes.
It's 7 p.m. They're going to start challenging the night market. First, buy some pancakes to have a taste.
Not as hot as I thought it would be. The filling's obviously not too bad. Sweet biscuit and then the savoury middle. This one.
While strolling around, they saw a claw machine. It's just a pity that there are already 3 now. There is no more space to install the new dolls. I can only regretfully leave this small project. They saw blood sausages. This is a delicacy they also have there. Have a taste and see what's different about the flavor here.
It's actually really nice. I'm going to have another bite. I like it. The onions and all that mixed in. I'm going to grab some of the greens. And it looked like she was like mixing some kind of like cabbage, like on the flat top with it.
Let's try the fried noodles here as the main course for tonight.
That rice noodles are unreal. I want to try and get some of the pork in there. Get some pork, try and get some veg and everything. It's not spicy either, which makes me so much happy.
Jenny and Ben received some questions from many people who were a little skeptical about China. They want to show everything that can be done in China, and perhaps you can't do these yourself, nor can you do them in China. They themselves had the same problem before coming, but everything they came into contact with here was deeply shocking them. When you don't know where to go or what to do, it is strongly recommended that you come to Meishuai City. The prices here are so affordable that they are beyond your belief.
So
You can't get an ice cream that cheap and that good. Look, this cone.
and a good quality one.
This cone is the best cone ever. And that
One of the benefits of being in China is you can enter any restaurant or coffee shop and bring in other brands.
we've brought our own fruit in, so you haven't got to buy food here. We have also bought a Starbucks because we wanted one.
Here, you can have a peaceful rest without worrying about being evicted. When you want to use the toilet in the shopping mall, but find there is no paper, don't worry. Just scan the QR code with Alipay and a small pack of wet wipes will come out. What a wonderful and ingenious design this is. This is something Jenny has never seen in any other country. It's really amazing. So everything is very convenient. In China, when taking the subway, In fact, everything is done on an app. Just open your WeChat application and then display your QR code. Just scan it and you can pass. The subway is completely ticketed. How convenient this cashless payment is. So you don't need any cash in China. This is something that many countries cannot achieve. This country is so relaxed about cameras. Since traveling to so many countries, they have never been to a country in such a state. Moreover, there is no actual law in China prohibiting smoking in public places. You will always see someone smoking on the platform of the station. Overall, you can smoke anywhere in China. This might be one of the best things in China so far. Of course, some restaurants will have signs prohibiting smoking. When you want to smoke, you have to avoid these places. In the evening, they went to a hamburger restaurant to enjoy delicious food. The West is very different from the rest of the world and the views on this. One of the main things is that people always dance in public places. To be honest, one can occasionally see people dancing in the street in their country. But are they usually insane or alcoholics or something? And here it is usually a kind of social activity. Some small families or friends dance together. This is the love for life. This is the difference from the West. They think this is what the West needs. The best thing about China is that it's really very cheap here.
Being able to afford to get the luxury done and not break your bank. When we were in Shenzhen, Ben had a haircut on the street for like £2.
There is no service charge and no tip. It's impolite to tip here. Anyway, will they offer you 100% service? They have never seen any graffiti in China. Perhaps it's because one would be arrested that way. That's all for this video. If you want to watch more videos, welcome to subscribe.